Well, I think we're all fairly optimistic in that we can't possibly have the same sort of season that we had last winter. Certainly the calendar situation is not the same as it was last winter, and the early signs are...
That you said the calendar, that's in terms of Christmas and New Year falling on the Saturday?
Absolutely. Christmas couldn't... I mean, it's falling on Sunday this year, which again is not perfect, but it's an awful lot better than it falling on Saturday. But there's lots of other things with the calendar that have changed this year as well. The French holidays are in different places, which will tremendously help British families looking for a holiday at half term.
And presumably that obviously helps you enormously.
Well, it sorts us out quite a lot because we've got our big Parisian French market going later on in February. The UK market has pretty much got our entire portfolio for itself this year. It's sharing with a few Danes, but they don't tend to get in our way too much.
France has been the #1 destination for British skiers and snowboarders, well, for many years now, mid-30s percentage-wise in terms of the number of people going. But the interest is falling in France, with more people going to Austria and Italy than France. Are you concerned about that at all, obviously as an operator that specialises in France?
Absolutely, we're concerned about that, and that is a bit of an issue for us. But there's quite a lot of underlying reasons why that's happened, which haven't affected our sector quite as badly as they might have others. As you're probably aware, some of the big tour operators took a lot of catered capacity out of the market over the last couple of years, and that was the main reason why the numbers to France fell. They simply didn't want the risk exposure, and in that season we actually saw an upturn in our numbers.
So just to be clear, you're more saying it was the fact that there wasn't enough on offer than it was British people saying, hello, I don't want to go to France anymore?
Well, there wasn't enough on offer at the incredibly low prices that it had been on offer in previous years. The tour operators got a bit more canny and said, hey, we can't actually subsidise these holidays any longer. So they took the capacity out of the market, probably to bring it more in line with its natural position. But as a result of that, less catered accommodation meant there was still a core amount of people who do want to go to France. And at that point, we saw an upturn in the split between self-catering and catered holidays to France in that year. So that was okay for us. Last year was pretty tough, absolutely, but there were lots of reasons why that happened.
And you're more optimistic for this winter coming?
Well, as it snowed already, I mean, we always get excited when there's been a few flurries.
A lot of it's melted though, but
yeah, well, it's going to snow again. It's October. If it snows now, I'm sure it's going to stay. But yes, because the calendar is a lot more attractive, not just at half term, in fact, but also at Easter as well. The 31st of March isn't a French holiday at all, and in fact the week after that, the 7th of April, is only a very small region of France that's on holiday. So Easter holidays you're going to get a great bargain too, as you will at half term. So
did you get to ski much yourself?
Absolutely, that's the only reason that I'm in the industry, of course it is. But yeah, I usually manage to get out before Christmas, a couple of times in January, and then I usually take a holiday for myself in March.
And your favourite resort? It's bound to be France, I imagine.
Well, absolutely it has to be France, and I've got lots of favourite resorts for lots of different reasons, but Serre Chevalier has always held a very special place in my heart.
And why is that?
Well, one, it's a great resort, and it's still very French, which is something that I think is really important, because as well as being a great skier, I'm also a great enjoyer of decent food, and I like to go to resorts where you get proper French food. But I spent a lot of my early life working in the Montgenèvre Serre Chevalier area, so it's nice to catch up with old faces when I go down there.
And again, at those times, you said you like restaurants, were you sort of sitting around the table eating or standing on the table dancing?
That would depend whether it was before or after 9 o'clock in the evening.
And you did some seasons there, as you say. What was that like?
Oh, it was great fun. I don't think there's anything better than for 20-year-olds if they're keen skiers, but to go out there, get a couple of seasons under their belt, gives you some great life experience as well, apart from just enjoying the mountains.
And what's the thrill of skiing to you? Why do you like it so much?
Well, a lot of people have asked me that question. It's a good one. I think it really is not just the actual exercise and the sport itself, although that is exhilarating. A lot of people understand that. I think it's the entire environment. It's being out there when the sky is blue, when you've got the fantastic scenery all around you, and the fresh air. You just can't beat it. It's just such a great way to exercise.
And as a final question, if you could change one thing about the ski industry, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about the ski industry, I think I would want to encourage a lot more people to ski at an early age. I think getting people out there in their early years is so important. So if we get the schools to really encourage skiing and not see it as a holiday but actually an educational experience, I think that would make a big difference to our industry in the long run.